Hello,
Hello.
hello, everybody. We're talking tonight about the Eiger Sanction, and I have with me, hold on a second, I have another screen playing. Sorry, was distracted. I'm joined by Cole Hauser and
Hello.
Lex. Neither one of them have seen this movie or had seen this movie before. Well, Lex, that's no surprise when it comes to Lex, but I had also never seen this movie before, and I've been wanting to watch it for years. And finally got around to, I mean, I bought the Blu-ray 4K whatever thing
Oh,
and
wow.
everything. So this is, what I was watching. Oh, sorry, it's upside down. um,
Flawless.
this is me, you guys. I'm very unprofessional. So it was an interesting experience, but something that I didn't realize when I first started watching it was that this is Clint Eastwood. He directed it as well. I think this was the second movie that he directed. The first one was Play Misty for Me.
hmm
And so I think just to kind of get started, I'll give you a brief synopsis of the film. It's about this guy that's he's like an art history guy, teacher, professor, but he used to be an assassin for government organization, and he is sent on this mission to sanction these people that have killed one of his former fellow agents who is also a friend of his. And it just so happens that the one of the people behind the killing is going to be involved in this climb up the Eiger Mountain, I guess it was. I think it was called. In here, I'm going to add this image. And so he's supposed to train to get ready to go scale this mountain, find out who the killer. I mean, that's basically what it is. It's like an espionage spy sort of thing. I found out it was based on a book. Did you know this?
I saw that well, when I was watching the movie, it came up based off of this book. So that's
Yes.
where I saw that.
So
I only knew after the fact.
after the fact. Okay, well, I knew right before I watched it. But something interesting that I did not know, which is not reflected in this movie, is that the book is kind of like a parody of
Mm.
James Bond, but it doesn't really come across that way in the movie at all. I never would have known that it was based on source material that was supposed to be a parody of James Bond. However, when he's getting really cozy with multiple women in this film, I was like, oh my gosh, if he, gets any luckier, he'll be like James Bond. That's what I was thinking to myself. Because I've said for years that what's going to kill James Bond is an STD.
Yeah.
So-
It definitely felt to me like had some of the 70s James Bond camp style action style. So there was like but I didn't come off as like trying to make fun of it. It just kind of came off as this is in line with like that era more to me.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I know Cole has a lot of thoughts. Lex has
Yeah.
thoughts too. So I want to hear from you guys first, what you thought about it. We'll just take the conversation however it goes.
Do you want to go ahead, Lex?
Sure. Obviously, given that we're discussing this film, there be spoilers ahead. So if you want to watch it, probably shouldn't watch us first. But
Well, it was many years old, so there's that.
fair. My first a thought that happened a bunch of times to me during the film was, "Wow, you can't say that today. Wow, you can't say that today. Wow, you can't say that
Exactly.
today."
Yes.
And I mean, that's of course that does not bother me in any way, shape, or form. I just was like, "Ooh, you would not do that now." Like that's, and some of the tropes were just like, "Man, all right, that was like." That's the type of thing that they might put in a later comedy movie making fun of that era. No, it's just there in earnest, which I thought was interesting. Because obviously, some of the characters in there, you'd like be like, okay, well, this is entirely homophobic, or this is entirely sexist, or this is entirely
or racist. Yeah.
racist, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That said, which it was was funny. I did enjoy it and had to look up why they made a snub at Marlon Brando at one point during a training sequence. I was like, "What's that in reference to?"
Oh, you didn't know what that was about.
I haven't seen the movie either.
I thought it was about the award ceremony.
Not the award ceremony.
Yeah.
Award ceremony for a film I haven't seen.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
There were some. I thought the scenes, like the setting, was phenomenal and beautiful. I thought John Williams had a wonderful soundtrack. In terms of some of the other things, I'm just like, I mean, the main character is literally Dr. Hemlock. It's a bit on the nose for someone who is also an assassin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Definitely has that dry. So there were some very dry senses of humor at certain points or just very kind of, I don't want to say, because we brought it up at this point, James Bond, where it's just those little quips, but Clint Eastwood's character, definitely Dr. Hemlock, does happen to have a few just little quips here and there that are in that kind of realm. I've thought, trying to think, I don't really have much to say about the action other than it's just exactly the type of stuff that I would expect. Like, it's not like the modern style, super high face, rapid, as many cuts as possible, explosions all over the place. It's much more just, hey, it's much more like direct. But those climbing sequences were very impressive. And
right.
Having learned after the fact that like the big climactic point where he has to basically trust this other person and cut his own rope basically was true. Like he did have to cut the rope he was hanging from and had to actually do that drop. Which he got flack for. And I think someone even died during the filming of the movie.
Yes, I think it was one of his stunt doubles or something. I thought I had heard it mentioned that it was one of his stunt doubles, and yeah, it didn't happen like during the process of filming. I think they were done for the day and he stayed behind and he was helping them. This is stuff I found out from the audio commentary on this Blu-ray. He was kind of just helping, clean up and finish up and, with some of the rest of the crew or maybe one other guy or whatever. And yeah, rocks fell down and hit him and killed him. And the climbing scenes of this movie got me so tense, you guys, because I get really wound up when something's happening really high in a movie. And at first I was like, oh yeah, this is a controlled environment and everybody's safe. And then I was like, yeah, no, they weren't. They actually were filming these scenes on this mountain and it was extremely dangerous. And it was just crazy to me that he pulled this off. So I was impressed by that. I like the story overall. Like you said, the action, it feels a little clunky. I do like a more polished sort of fighting. I complain when something is too choreographed and it's obvious it's choreographed. This felt it felt kind of grounded and very realistic, but it was boring. Like the action was there wasn't really anything super interesting about how that shot was framed or whatever. For me,
the excitement was definitely in the climbing and in the setting. It was not in the
not in the action. None of that. That really didn't work for me. It was just the basic storyline. I did like the setting, the climb, and I was getting ready to say something else and I completely lost my train of thought. Totally. Oh, I completely guessed who this person was that he was going to be going after. Like as soon as the person showed up and you started finding out about some backstory, I was like, oh, it's that person. It's them. And it was. But the way it ended up, the way things were resolved, I didn't expect it, but I was satisfied with the outcome. So what about you, Cole?
So and to my, I guess, negligence, I walked into this movie thinking that because of the year it came out, so I'm walking into this movie of like almost like a Dirty Harry type
Oh,
character.
okay. That's what
Because
you thought you were getting.
this is because I already know his westerns, like all the westerns he did, and then he went into Dirty Harry. So I figured it's going to be not a copy, but because I read the plot, and basically I'm thinking, okay, he's going to be this former government assassin, but with that same repertoire of like a Dirty Harry. So that's how I walked into it, and then seeing George Kennedy's character, because I like George Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of my favorites back in the day. Seeing that, okay, he's in this movie, so I'm thinking, okay, this movie's gonna be it's gonna be catchy. It's gonna be really good because the way those two bounce off each other. But I guess so. The part when they were on the airplane, when he's talking to the stewardess Aunt Jemima.
Oh yeah.
Again, a bit on the nose.
Right.
I kind of figured that she knew him or knew of him because just the way I kind of figured that she was well aware of who he was, right?
Yeah.
It was just so easy. It was just so easy how they just put that plot in there where, oh yeah, they're gonna meet up again, and then the climbing scenes were great. The one part I did like was I can't remember the guy's name, but the flamboyant guy and his bodyguard.
So do you know who he is? I found out who he was. He is David Cassidy's father.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. I didn't. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, now think about it. It kind of has that look. So I kind of like that interaction they had, and then when he punched them, and the bodyguard gets up and he was just like, "It's okay," I kind of like that. That was that kind of fit in, and then at the one point when he was like, when he beat up the bodyguard, he was just like, don't follow me, don't be here, I don't like this,
right.
But besides some of those scenes and some of the, in the climbing scenes, I found the movie quite boring.
Really? Oh my gosh.
I did. Like I said, there were certain parts of the movie.
Yes, Jack Cassidy. Mm-hmm.
There were certain parts of the movie that I liked, but then there were just parts that kind of just weighed on. Like even the part when he's talking to the one guy in the school, that kind of just seemed a bit lame. The whole when he brings Aunt Jemima back to his place, that was kind of, I don't know. The movie just kind of went off in its own direction. Now I don't know if that's because of his directing or the writing, but I kind of got bored from where this movie was taking me. But like I said, I'm still looking at that Dirty Harry type character, which I was hoping to grasp on. But the art was great, but it was just, I just couldn't, it just lost me a lot.
Well, that he likes art and that he wants to retire is about the only character development he really has. I mean, they mentioned that someone saved his life and he's willing to go on a revenge thing about that, but that's about it. I mean, there's not really a lot of other depth to it. And he's probably the only character who really seems to show any level of development is Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima. Yeah, because she comes across as so in answer to this question, he was okay. He just kind of felt a bit caricaturish to me, that guy. But Aunt
James
Jemima,
Bond villain.
Yeah, exactly. Jemima was very idealistic in the beginning, Don't you think our side is better? And he's kind of he's very cynical about it and everything. And then she does have like this evolution in her character as far as that goes. I kind of feel like he didn't have much character development except at the end, the decision that he makes about the killer.
Yeah.
you can see that that is maybe it's character development or maybe not, just based on past a shared history. So, you know, I don't know. I didn't read the book or listen to the book. I'm not sure if the book is any better. I personally was not bored, but I did think I went into it thinking it was going to be a little bit different.
Hmm.
I didn't realize, like, I thought that all the action, it was going to be all action taking place on this mountain, and it wasn't. There was like this long lead up. And then, of course, he had all of that training, which I'm glad it showed him doing that, because that helped, you know, kind of underscore the importance of knowing what the hell you're doing when you're trying to scale a mountain like that. And so I thought that was interesting. But then the final was just they're going up the mountain, and then all the other people died.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I wasn't expecting that to happen.
In terms of how long they're on the mountain, like I was stunned because I was like, "Oh, we're finally climbing," and then I looked down at the clock and I'm like, "Oh, wow, there's like 20 minutes left in the movie."
Yeah, there was a
And
good portion that takes place on the mountain.
No,
But-
no, my
but
sorry, go
very
ahead.
little overall. Like, for like it's and then it was like, they've got like they're supposed to wrap this movie up here in 10 minutes, and they do. It's just everyone dies.
Yeah, really, really fast.
Like I wouldn't say like I was completely bored. There were, like I said, there was aspects of the movie that, you know, was good, and then it kind of dulled down, and then it got good again. So there was just certain points of it. But I did like the sort of Cold War esque about it, because there was that Cold War theme,
Yes.
you know, about this chemical agent on the
Mhm.
other side, and we got to get it back. And then he talks about, well, you know, there's the convention or whatever. It was like I said, I went into this thinking, okay, here's Dirty Harry. He's got a job to do, and he's going to, you know, and he's going to be that sort of tone. That's what I was, because that's what I'm used to when it comes to Clint Eastwood.
Well, something else that surprised me about this movie, which is something I'm used to when it comes to the way stories are portrayed on screen, and it's that, you know, when he goes and he drops the Cassidy guy. I don't even remember his character's name. I'm so bad with this sort of stuff, but David Cassidy's father. When he drops him off in the
Miles.
desert,
Yeah.
Miles. Thank you, Lex.
I just saw it today.
Okay, I saw it like almost a week ago, so my brain is fuzzy. When he drops him off in the desert, and then later you're just told through exposition that he died.
Yeah.
I was immediately suspicious. I was like, oh, but we haven't seen a body. He's probably not really dead, you know? And then when the other guy dies on the mountain, and it doesn't show him die, it's just like they're all up the next morning. It's like, oh, he's dead. I was like, what?
Visibly still breathing, by the way. I did like I was like, hang on, that guy's breathing.
So then you're like, is he really dead? Well, I don't know about that. But they were just like, oh yeah, he's dead. We're gonna carry his body down. And it was just, I was like, this doesn't feel like a normal sort of narrative flow. When something has happened to a character, the audience usually is shown this happening. And if they're not shown it happening, a lot of times it's because there's something else that's going on that you don't know yet. But that really wasn't the case with this film.
Well, the other thing too is regarding Miles and the bodyguard, because when he goes back, George Kennedy's character asks him that, you know, they didn't even have that thought of that he did it, but it was just the fact that, oh, they went missing, and they were found at the. I think he mentioned that they were found at the mountain or something like that.
Well, at least out in the desert, but
yeah, out in the desert. So
one person dead by shotgun they even say. The other one,
oh yeah, that's right, because the driver, that's right, the bodyguard guy.
It's just like, and that's it. That's the end of the conversation. They found him, like, you know, obvious homicide. That's the extent of our discussion. Okay.
That's why I was saying, sorry, go ahead, Sin.
No, I'm just agreeing that it was just those were things that stood out to me, in addition to some of the stuff that was, you know, said and referenced. It's like, oh yeah, there's no way in hell that would fly today at all.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
so
like the
that's
name of the
why
dog.
and that's what I was saying, between Clint Eastwood's character and George Kennedy's character, I was kind of expecting a bit more, because George Kennedy, he was a very popular actor. So I was
Mm.
just thinking that there would have been more going on. So that's what I kind of wanted from those two.
So you went in expecting it to be more of an action sort of thriller, and it
Yes.
wasn't so much. It was kind of a
Yeah.
sort of a slow paced espionage mystery drama.
Yeah.
Is basically what it was. Yeah. Well, I found it fascinating to listen to okay, take that. Hold on a second. Let me check. The audio commentary of this was interesting in some parts because of some of the trivia that I found out about. Well, I already knew some stuff about Clint Eastwood's directing style and how he pretty much always came in under budget, ahead of time. He's a very efficient um, film director.
Hmm.
And so studios like that about him. But the audio commentary, if you guys are ever interested to listen to the audio commentary, be prepared to feel underwhelmed. The guy who did it was some guy, who the heck was he anyway? He was some sort of like he was a film historian, and oh my gosh, did he go into history. Anytime a character would come up, he would practically recite their entire IMDb, and the dates and the this and the dates here that they worked on this and how they knew this person and the dates. And I was like, I don't care about that. I just want to know about the movie. Tell
Yeah.
me about the making of the movie. There was not as much of that as I was hoping there would be. Yeah, that yappy dog. Sorry, Lex, I just saw your comment. Did you notice how the yappy dog like mysteriously was transported to different places without you even seeing it happen?
Yes. I also noticed that it's never seen again after the drive back out from the desert.
Who knows what happened to him? At least he saved the little dog. But that's another example that's what he was named. It was like, what the
You know what I found funny is, like, when the one lady in the bikini came to get the dog, and he says the dog's name is, and
Yeah.
she goes, "Oh, that's cute."
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
And he
Well,
made some
remember what her name was?
Oh no, I forgot what
Her
her
name was literally Buns.
Oh
Buns.
yes, that's right.
So that's very James Bondish, that
Yeah.
sort of stuff right there. But then he also made some sort of reference about he made some sort of rape joke or something too before she went off, I thought.
Yes. His line right before they go to bed together, what they had made comments about, like, I thought you'd given up this life, and he's like, I thought I'd given up a lot of things. I thought I'd given up assault, and I was just like, you can't say that.
It was a comment that Miles made to the lady that was walking off with the dog.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, he also says, yeah, don't let the name of the dog do that to you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
What the It's like, what in the world? It's definitely the 70s. They don't give a shit.
Oh,
So
well, even George's character, like, this native who's
all the comments made.
Yeah, I was kind of like, okay, this is interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Quote, I wish Custer would have won.
Yeah, I know. That's played for comedy, and it's like, I mean, it was kind of comedic, but it was like, oh, holy cow, these they're not pulling any punches with some of this dialogue at all.
Well, even at the beginning, when the student says, I'll do anything you want.
Yeah.
And then he basically turns around, gives her a tap on the behind, and then
sends her off.
Yeah, sends her off. And I'm just like,
not the only time that happens in the film.
Yeah.
But so like today, when I was like, a really interesting way this story could have gone is she runs off and says he assaulted her and denies that she propositioned him. I could see that being a whole storyline too. Lord have mercy, especially in today's time.
Well, think about this. What kind of flight attendant kind of lays back on a car? I guess it was sort of like a cart or something, while talking to a passenger.
I think she was sitting on the arm of the
Yeah, I thought it was the
chair
armrest.
beside
Okay,
him.
the arm of the chair. I just remember
But
just
still,
looking.
same thing.
Yeah, I'm just like, what kind of flight attendant does that? And I'm just like,
very unprofessional.
yeah,
Well, the moment she showed up, I was just like, ah, well, she's a plant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just like, is she who's she a plant for? Is she a plant for the people hiring Hemlock in the first place, or the people he's out to get? I was like, one or the other.
Oh, and what was the deal with, what was his name? What was it? Dragon?
Oh, the albino.
Full albino ex World War II German person.
Oh yeah, that's
who
right.
has
Kind
to
of
get
like
his-
an Operation Paperclip sort of with him.
Yeah, where he has to get his blood transfused.
Twice
Yes.
a year, all of his blood has to be exchanged for some reason.
I'm like,
I'm not an expert on how the condition of being an albino works, but I'm not aware of anything close to what he's talking about.
I'm not, and the thing is, I'm not even sure if that had anything to do with his condition of being an albino, or if he just had other health things going on top of all of that. I don't know. No clue.
For context, if you're watching and have not seen this film, as none of us had, the like dragon, that's the code name for the director of whatever U.S. government assassin group this is part of, is portrayed as a wheelchair / bed bound quote full albino, which I guess there's partial conditions that they're trying to say. Anyway, sits in literally a room lit only by red light. Looks like a one of those like film development rooms that
dark room.
Yeah, dark room. Comments like can't like any light actually causes pain, all these types of things. Just like, okay, so you've basically just got a Nazi vampire. Great. as your government figure. A blood-sucking monster. Okay, again, a bit on the nose. Very James Bond, like over the top era villainish, but
he was almost like what was that character? Was the guy Blofeld, yeah.
But
almost
like
something like
even,
that.
like even more extreme.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's my dog.
No problem.
Chibi.
What's his name?
It's a little girl, and her name is Chibi, and she's in the chair over there, and she's what I call scrunching the chair, which she's trying to, like, you know how they like to mess with blankets to kind of pile the blanket up and just sew, and she's trying to do that, but there's no blanket; it's just the chair. But I feel like there she is trying to get up in my lap. I feel like there are better Clint Eastwood films, but I can't say I dislike this one overly. Honestly, I thought it was. I think sorry, she's trying to. Excuse me, come on, girl. I like the setting where it took place at the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
When they got there, there's something very, I don't know, cozy about the about that environment. And something else I found interesting was how there would be people. I didn't even know this was a thing, okay, because I'm not super in climbing or whatever, but how George Kennedy's character was looking through the telescope,
yes,
and watching them. There are people that this is what they said in the commentary, that people like to go there and just watch people climbing, sort of kind of, I guess, hoping to see something tragic happen, which is why he sent that couple away, why he was so rude to them when they wanted to look in the telescope. And I didn't understand what that scene was about. But then there was another scene where someone came up to him, I think it was a reporter, and this scene jumped out at me as feeling very contrived. She made some sort of comment about rock climbing and, machismo and, uber masculinity and all this.
Yes.
And then he kind of smacked her down a bit. Not, he figuratively did. And that felt so contrived to me. Like that was just inserted in there just to make a point. And it kind of reminded me of how in a lot of films, what we call like, you know, the wokeness or the message that's inserted in, and it's just so not organic. It comes across very clunky. That particular moment did to me. That was just like that. That feels like you just did that to make sure that this was a message that was gotten across to the audience.
Well, I don't know, because what message precisely? Because she comes up and she asks, "Do you think this is caused by people feeling trying to like prove something, or is it just a way for insecure people to da da da?" And he again gave a response of, I wrote it down because I was like, "Wow, what on earth are we going on here?"
It
Lady,
stood out to you too, huh?
yeah, lady, why don't you go get yourself screwed? It'll do you a lot of good. And I was like,
like
okay, all right. I guess that's what we're doing here.
I mean, I can understand the annoyance with people that are, you know, griping about masculinity and machismo or whatever, but that moment didn't feel like an organic sort of thing that happened. It felt inserted.
Are they making fun of the question in the first place, or are they making fun of the people who actually go and do it?
Yeah, well, I got the feeling they were making fun of the question.
I thought so.
Yeah, but
like even with George, did you like it was almost like almost girl boss?
Kind of, yeah. Well, she was the trainer, though. You know,
yeah,
he was out of shape.
Yeah,
he didn't look like he was out of shape, but he was out of shape, I guess,
yeah,
when it came to training for climbing.
But like that whole George character was just so random. Like, here's this person who doesn't talk.
Yeah.
It just shows up and then start running.
Well, she was, I mean, it felt random. Well, not really. I mean, you kind of are, it's explained that she's there to train him.
Yeah, but it's just the way, it was just, I guess it was the setup. Like, I was expecting more.
You were expecting more than just a dialogue saying, "Oh, by the way, she's George's. She's who's the Ben? Ben's the friend. Ben's daughter.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. There's a whole you could have a whole backstory there. You're not going to get one, but you could have one there.
Well, yeah, because you don't even find out that that's his daughter until the very end. And then you don't understand why was she trying to, well, you do eventually understand. So she and Clint, they, make nice in the bedroom, and then she's injecting him with his needle the next moment. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's kind of shocked me, because I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, and then you find out, well, Miles tried to have her inject him with something, and then I guess he was going to come in, and he was going to finish the job and everything. But that was just like such a weird... Like these two women, he sleeps with Jemima, then he finds out she's like an agent that was like kind of setting him up or whatever, and then he sleeps with George, and then she tries to kill him. That was a little James Bondy, because James Bond,
that is,
yeah.
Well, and then he's got this little mini kind of rivalry going with another person who's still in the agency. Who shows up and is also making some comments, and that's how Georgia gets so disillusioned in the first place, is she learns from that guy. It's like, oh yeah, it's all made up. We're totally playing both sides here.
Which is kind of, there was something she said. Oh, Jemima made a comment in front of George Kennedy's character.
Oh yeah,
that. If she's like supposed to be this highly trained agent, why is she blurting out something like this in front of someone who supposedly doesn't know? Mm-hmm. I thought that was kind of a poorly written moment, but of course it was said so that George is tipped off to what Clint is doing or something like that. But it like some of the moments that led into these revelations, they didn't feel like they flowed naturally, like they were just organically part of the story. It just felt like, oh, this person needs to know this thing, so let's have this happen. I do not know if that came directly from the book. No clue what sort of adaptations were made.
Was he already knew? Like he had when he sent the team up, because he was the ground man in charge of the whole stuff until they actually started climbing.
Exactly, but you don't know yet that he knew.
Yeah.
What you do, because he even says to Clint Eastwood's character before he goes up, it's like, I know you're gonna have problems with these guys up there, so like keep them in sight, don't turn your back on them. He even warns them. He's like,
oh yeah, that's true.
There's violence coming.
Yeah, like, well, That's true, but it still was it was framed in such a way that he's not blatantly coming out and letting you know, but yet I don't know. It was just like that. I in some ways I felt that the reveal about his character. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and spoil it. He is the one. He is the one that was involved in killing Clint Eastwood's friend, but he didn't do the killing. He was just like he was part of it, and he didn't know there was going to be any killing happen. And then so Clint finds out his friend was involved in the killing of his other friend, and so you're like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Is he going to actually kill him? I wondered, why was he all of a sudden limping at this particular moment when he hadn't limped before?
There was a line that tried to explain that.
Was it because of the cold?
It's because of the cold. Because the problem with his toes is he had frostbite damage from a previous climb with Clint Eastwood's character,
Right.
which is the story where where Clint Eastwood's character basically had to carry him down the mountain. That said, if you have frostbite damage in your toes, yes, cold may make it worse, but you're probably going to limp.
You're still going to limp.
Generally?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
and
I
also,
did think that was weird.
Even before they go up, the place where they are
is cold.
But at the base of the mountain, yeah, it's cold. So that stood out to me as well as a very clunky reveal. As soon as I saw, Clint was saying, "Oh, you're limping," I was like, "Well, why the hell wasn't he limping before?" They knew this guy had a limp. He should be limping all the time. I don't know. That just
yeah. One thing I did find kind of interesting is when he first met Aunt Jemima, just that dialogue they had of flirting.
Oh, it was very, very flirtatious.
It almost came to the point where I'm just like, besides Aunt Jemima, what else is going to come out of his mouth? Because it was getting in that point where it's just like, it was almost like that scene from Airplane about coffee and I take it black like my men.
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that punchline. So I like that.
Went there.
Yeah, it almost went there.
There was one line of dialogue at the very beginning of the movie that I genuinely liked, and it's like it's portrayed as like one of the character introduction scene for him, for Clint Eastwood's character, I mean, and it's the closing class of like his semester as a art professor, and he says, "There's a stupid phrase that art belongs to the world," and no, it belongs to the cultured who could appreciate it. The majority of the great unwashed do not fit into this category, and neither, I'm afraid, do most of you.
Yeah.
And then the bell rings and they leave. And I'm just like, all right, I like that. That's snarky.
he was a very snarky professor, wasn't he?
But
well, he was also very when his rival. Well, I guess his rival, was like, "Get out of my chair,"
Well, literally throws him out of his office.
Yeah, he did. He got pretty physical with him.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, just coming back. Yeah, there were some scenes I like I said, there were some scenes I liked. There was just some stuff that I just found boring, but then, like I said, I jumped back in because it got interesting. So.
And
was your favorite part the mountain climbing scene?
I would say the mountain climbing scene. There was quite a few. I love when he beat up the bodyguard.
Oh,
I thought
did he knock his tooth out too? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was great. And he just put it right to him.
How do you think you would rank this in overall Clint Eastwood films? Probably closer to the bottom? Or do you think you need to stew on it a little bit?
I would say probably closer to the bottom, because the only other Clint Eastwood movie I haven't seen was Paint My Wagon.
Oh, okay.
So,
you've seen them all.
Yeah, I've seen them all. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Firefox. I love Firefox.
I've seen that only once, decades ago. I just remember it's about a helicopter, right?
No, he has to steal a top secret Russian jet.
Does it? Okay, it has to do with a jet. Okay, yeah, fighter jet or something.
Because
like that.
His mother was Russian. He's in the U.S. Air Force, so they send him in. You got because this thing works by mental impulses.
Oh, I forgot all of that.
Yeah. So basically, you wear the helmet, and it actually, you basically can thought process your way of flying the plane. So, and then the U.S. government, they wanted it. So I like that movie. I know a lot of people don't, but I love
Well,
Firefox.
I only saw it once, like I said, and I remember feeling like it was kind of a generic action film.
Mm-hmm.
But that was decades ago, and I'm curious how it would land with me, the sin of today, as opposed to the sin back in the 80s.
Ooh,
I don't know.
that's tough because that I think that came out in '79.
Well, I saw it in the 80s, on
Yeah,
VHS, at my mom and dad's house.
yeah. So I think that came out in 70. Yeah, 79, 80 that came out. So I don't know where you would put that, but I do think that the Eiger Sanction would be below that because
Okay.
because up top for me would be the Dirty Harry movies, um, Fistful of Dollars, Good, Bad, and the Ugly, Heartbreak Ridge, In the Line of Fire, like all those movies, even The Rookie, those movies would be up there.
Oh, The Rookie.
Um,
Whoa, that movie.
well,
Oof.
actually, sorry, The Rookie would be below, but it would be higher than this movie, right?
Oh, okay. So
So,
I saw The Rookie once,
mhm,
and I remember the scene
mhm.
that I'd never seen displayed before, like ever. With
I'm
Sonya
trying to,
Braga's character.
because that's Charlie Sheen
Yeah.
as well.
Yes, but this happened to Clint Eastwood.
I'm trying to. It's been a long time since
Okay,
I've seen that.
it was the rape scene with
Oh
Sonya
yes,
Braga.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that shocked me. I had never seen anything. I was like, "What the absolute hell?" And that was the only time I saw it. I just never forgot it. So I don't know how I would feel about that one now either compared to
Hmm.
the Eiger Sanction. I feel like the aesthetic of the Eiger Sanction is something that lands better for me. Like
Hmm.
I just like I get almost warm fuzzies from 70s movies,
Hmm.
especially movies like this. So I kind of feel like I would like that more than The Rookie if I rewatch The Rookie.
Yeah, well, it's like I was pointing out. Like when I watch this, I'm waiting for Dirty Harry to walk in with his glasses and his 44 Magnum. That's what I'm waiting for because because Dirty Harry came out in what, 71?
Yes,
Yeah,
same
71.
year as
So
Play Misty for me, I think.
yeah, so I guess that's what I was waiting for. It's like when you see certain movies or certain actors, you're supposed, this is who I'm waiting for, this actor
You
style.
kind of typecast them
Yeah,
in your head.
exactly. Yeah. Because Clint Eastwood was always known for that.
The tough guy.
The tough guy doesn't say a whole lot of words, always comes with a line or two, and and then it just rolls, right? So, um yeah,
Well,
I
I'm sorry this wasn't the experience you thought it was going to be.
I was going to mention, because you said, Sin, you don't like movies where people are like hanging and they're climbing.
Well, it's not that I don't like it. I get very tense. Like I
Tense.
get
Okay.
super wound up.
So off topic, what would you think about Cliffhanger then?
So Cliffhanger, that opening scene really stuck with me.
Yeah. Well, I think it stuck with a lot of
A
people.
lot of people, obviously. Also, it stuck with me because that particular night was when I first watched that movie was my first year wedding anniversary, and I ended up getting food poisoning. So I have
Oh,
food poisoning and Cliffhanger blended together in my brain.
oh, wow.
Um, but that was a super tense moment in that film. I don't remember feeling tense about the rest of the film though. But there's a movie in particular that came out recently, the past couple years, that I refuse to watch. I'm not going to watch it. It's called Fall. Have you heard of it?
Oh,
Or they're up on that.
yes.
Nope,
Yeah. Yeah.
not going to watch it, even though I know how it ends. Not going to watch it.
So I'll tell you. So
No.
quickly, I got a good friend of mine. He lives down in Texas, but he travels the states because he works for a communications company, where he goes up on those towers
Mm-mm.
and he does maintenance and stuff. And he takes his camera, he goes up there, and I'm just like,
Nope. Nope.
not
No,
doing it.
thank you very
I
much.
don't know how you do it, but yeah, that it's high. It's very, and it's not like, and he's climbing up those towers.
Yeah, no, I can't. For some reason, like I didn't used to always be afraid of heights, but
Mhm.
that scene in Mission Impossible is it 4 maybe? Is it 4 or 5?
The one in Dubai.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I know I've watched this movie countless times. I know exactly how that scene goes, but I still get very wound up
Mm.
and anxious when I'm watching it.
But well, going back to cliffhanger, like I remember when that scene happened at the beginning, me and my buddies looked at each other. What? This happened already?
Yeah,
Right
right?
at the beginning, and we're
Right?
just like, this doesn't happen in a movie like that, you know?
Well, that was the prologue. They had to set up what happened to this character. That was an
Yeah, like they did it like
unforgettable moment.
right
So how do
there.
you feel about the bungee jump off the dam at the beginning of Goldeneye?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's been so long since I've seen GoldenEye that I don't even remember that part.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
So let's I don't know if we want to just finish up this movie and just get into some other stuff.
Sure, that's fine. I mean, I don't feel like we have a ton to say about this
Okay.
film.
Because I did do a critic list score.
Ah, okay. You going to share anything
Yeah.
with us?
Let me
Okay.
just bring that up. Because I said because
I don't remember if I did one. I might not
I
have
tried to
posted
support
mine.
Blaine, and where did it go?
I think I'm pretty much exclusive to Critic List now as well. No, I did not post a review or a score about it.
Let me just bring mine up.
Do you have? Is that? There we go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find it.
Maybe if you look for the movie itself, then scroll down. Your review is probably going to be the first one that pops up. I don't think many people have reviewed this, have they?
No, there was only one other person.
Oh wow! Okay, goodness. Oh, you're going back through your history, aren't you?
No, you know what?
Did you type in the Eiger Sanction?
Yeah, I had it. I had it up there.
Oh.
Oops, what am I doing? No, I want to go to search.
Lex, are you on Critic List?
I have not reviewed anything. I have an account because I like to follow things. What?
I was thinking, of course you haven't, because you've hardly seen anything to review. That's what I was thinking.
I can write a review about this now, can't I?
Yes, you can, and you better, sir.
Okay, so
you gave it a bogus. Wow.
I said it's not one of Clint's best. Some good scenes. I found it boring and blah. I thought for this time frame we'd get the classic Eastwood, but we didn't. What else?
Someone wasn't happy with you about that.
Yeah. Well, the plot is pointless and it's more of a showpiece for Eastwood. The only thing that makes watching this fun is the offensive and it is to the commentary standards. So
I think it's worth watching for the climbing scene.
Yeah.
And I have heard that this film is one of the most accurate representations of what it's like to climbing in itself.
So you know what? I would have to watch it again. Because I only watched it the one time. So I think what I'll do is watch it again. So I get a better feel of it. Because usually when I watch a certain movie, especially a Clint Eastwood movie, I am roped and tied right in. So I know what I'm getting when I watch a Clint Eastwood movie. So because I'm hooked. When when he comes out with a movie, I'm hooked. I'm gonna I'm there. I'm watching it because I know what I'm getting out of it.
Well, I think whenever I rate it on critic lists, I'm probably going to give it a 65 or 70. So I liked it a bit more than you did. A rewatch might change that feeling. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I did kind of watch it twice, because I watched it and then I brought my DVD home, my Blu-ray home, popped it in the Blu-ray player, and then I turned on the audio commentary. So I kind of got it twice in one day. And I think listening to the commentary, as dull as it was, oh my gosh, what a shame. But listening to it, I feel helped give me a little bit more appreciation for it. Not that I totally disliked it, but I also was expecting it to be a little bit different, but I didn't feel disappointed when it ended up being different. So sorry.
No,
like that for you.
That's okay. Listen, this is what we're here for. It's for different opinions. So that's all good.
Meanwhile, I went into it not having really any Clint Eastwood expectations because I haven't seen enough Clint Eastwood movies to have an expectation.
Of course you haven't.
Going into it, my experience as a complete noob was very much just like this is mildly entertaining. And it's pleasant. I think if I went back and watched it a second time, I would probably enjoy it less because it'd be because I would just at that point I would be bored. It's like, all right, I've seen it. Yeah, there's no real big surprise. The mountain, the two big climbing sequences I think are pretty cool. There's the one where they're climbing that one pillar out in the middle of the desert, and then they have the view from there, which I thought was great. And then, of course, there's the stuff at the end on the mountain itself, which is also, I thought, well done. Probably because it's actually being done.
Because it's actually being done
So
on
you're
the
like-
actual Eiger Mountain. And they were doing pretty much, if not all of their own climbing in those scenes, almost all of their climbing. So because Clint was not an experienced climber, a lot of his shots were framed in such a way to make him seem like he was more experienced, like maybe it was close or maybe it was far away or whatever, however they did it, the tricks that they used. But I was impressed with that part. Just that part alone, I do think is worth a watch. And they spend a significant amount of time up there. Now they take a good amount of time to get to that point, but once they get there, I felt that it gave the viewer a satisfying experience of watching this particular thing that happened, because you just don't know what's going to go on, and then is someone going to get hurt, and then boom, all three of them die. And when that happened, I was like, okay, well, it's definitely George Kennedy for sure. I knew that it was. I suspected it was, and now I know for it.
Yeah,
definitely, it's his character.
I really thought the mountain sequence at the end, it felt rushed to me. Like the ending
whole climb?
felt rushed.
The whole climb?
I thought, because they spent so much time hyping it up, it felt like that part went really fast to me.
Oh, I felt like it dragged on because I was ready for it to be over. I was so tense. So I was just like, the moment they started going up, I was just like, oof, I'm ready for them to come back down now.
And they did with great speed.
Well, I don't know. I feel like maybe if I rewatched it, perhaps it would feel that way to me.
Maybe
but
I should
at the
say
time,
a few
it was
of
just
them came down with speed.
Yeah, well, that's true. All three of them, one was dead when he fell. But yeah, I was getting very wound up. My mom noticed because she was in the room with me. She was like on her computer, but she was kind of watching, and some stuff was happening, like they would slide or they would fall down, and I'm just like, she thought that was funny, but I didn't. Okay, so what else did you want to talk about?
Well, no, I just want to mention because when you mentioned about the James Bond parody, about how the book being a bit of a parody, and you know, James Bond kind of got in the picture. I take it Lex hasn't seen this one movie, but
Oh,
Sin, I don't know.
I'm sure you're correct in that assumption. He probably hasn't.
Have you ever heard or seen the movie called Operation Kid Brother?
No.
So it's a movie. I was actually thinking this is a movie for down the road, or whenever you want to watch, do another review on it. It's called Operation Kid Brother. It's with Sean Connery's brother, Neil Connery, and he basically plays this.
Oh, is it a parody?
It's something with parody, but they actually have Money Penny, the original Money Penny in it, the original Blofeld.
Really?
And it was, and the only reason why I knew about this because I was watching Mystery Science Theater 3000, and it was on there, and I'm just like, what's this movie? And it's like, it's Neil Connery. So I looked it up, and yeah, it's Neil Connery. He acted in like a couple movies, and then he got out of acting.
I didn't even know Sean had a brother
that
acted. Wow. I knew he had a son who acted, who played Ian Fleming in a movie about Ian Fleming one time, which I thought was interesting.
But that was a pretty good movie. Well, it was pretty funny. So it's a movie I was just going to throw out there. And then another movie I want to throw out there was a movie with Lee Majors and Burgess Meredith. It's called The Last Chase.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
So basically, it came out in 1980. This is right after $6 Million Man and before Fall Guy. So basically, the movies are premise about how there was a pandemic. They shut off all the oil, so there's no more cars. And Lee Majors has to bring out his race car and get to free America, which is California. If you were to watch this movie, you'll probably laugh at the way how this movie plays itself, and how you look at stuff that was happening like a few years ago with COVID.
Right.
How it kind of falls into that narrative. So there was just a couple other movies.
Okay, so those are two you've suggested. Let me
and then I was
that
actually
I don't
thinking,
forget, I'm going to add them to a list.
Yeah.
For consideration. Sorry, carry on.
And then I was thinking, because I know we just talked about The Mountain. I was actually thinking, because I don't know, Lex, have you seen Cliffhanger?
No.
Oh, what, Cole? Why did you even ask that?
It's not. Well, I know it's like mid '90s, but still, it's like.
I mean, he hasn't even seen the Terminator and Terminator 2.
That is true.
Sorry,
I'm feeling very attacked right now.
We have to remedy this problem. It's a serious problem. What was the other movie that you mentioned with Lee Majors?
Oh, The Last Chase.
The Last Chase. Okay. All right. Carry on.
Yeah. So that, and then I was thinking Cliffhanger, and then Operation Kid Brother. And I don't know if there's any movies you would another movie you'd recommend as well. Because I figure for the timeline when we were doing a review, like this one didn't. I know this one took like an hour, but I know we can, if we're able to throw some other stuff in there.
You mean like all in one video? Like,
well, I was just spitballing.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I don't.
It doesn't have to be doing. You know, we can do the one, which is fine.
I don't mind having a discussion about multiple either. If you wanted to go thematic as well.
Yeah.
With like, you know, movies about X or whatever, and you could pick like maybe 2 movies, potentially 3, like once a month with Sound Theater, the audiobook company that I work with. We usually will review 3 movies, so I'm kind of used to doing something like that. If you don't think, because like some movies, maybe they're not going to fill up an hour of discussion time, so we could have other movies to talk about and also compare and contrast with the other ones we've seen, if it's thematic.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine, because I know this one took us just about an hour or so, the Eiger Sanction. So
adding.
Well, there are definitely some movies that you could talk about stuff going on in them all day long.
Oh yeah.
This one, no, I don't think so.
No, not really. I mean, if I'm really passionate about a movie, I could go on and on and on. Like, I just never get tired of talking about it, especially with
Mhm.
people that have never seen it, which is why I'm really looking forward to introducing the Terminator movies to you, Lex. Oh my gosh. And then you'll probably watch them and you won't even be super impressed with them, and then I'll be mad at you because you don't like them.
Well, it all depends how many ones you're gonna get them to watch, because if you're gonna watch 1 and 2, sure, there's a lot to talk about. But then if you say, "Oh, Lex, you got to watch 3, you got to watch Salvation, you got to watch,"
Eh, I mean, those are
well,
just kind of,
I would stop at Salvation.
yeah, Salvation is probably, if I'm being honest, it's the stronger of the sequels.
Yeah.
Because 3 is basically just kind of a rehash of
Mhm.
2.
Yeah.
And they just had a female Terminator. And Genesis, Genesis isn't good,
Oh,
but
so bad.
it wasn't good, but I still am entertained by it because I think I also liked how they played around with an alternate storyline with
Mhm.
Sarah and the Terminator, and I will watch that 1,000 times over ever rewatching Dark Fate, which I
Mhm.
am still very angry about to this day, and I refuse to rewatch it. I will not rewatch that movie. I won't add it to my collection. What a waste of time and talent. They brought
Eh,
Arnold back with Linda, and Edward Furlong was back. But what a
for a little
oh
bit.
well, I'm so angry at James Cameron. He lied about that and made me, yeah.
Yeah, because even for Salvation, because Christian Bale was the highlight,
Yep.
because he's just coming doing Batman and everything, so he's the star. So you know that's who they're gonna that's who you're gonna use, and it wasn't bad. Um, and Kristen Dunst was in that too, right?
Uh,
He played
Well, she was the
the
wife,
wife.
right?
Yeah,
Yes. No, no, no. Bryce Dallas Howard.
sorry, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce
That's
Dallas
right.
Howard. Yeah, I was putting Kristen's face in there, and
Yeah,
it wasn't matching. Yes, I did. I did. Enigma, and I would never get off my soapbox when it comes to Dark Fate. Yeah, that was a huge disappointment. Really bad. But I remember when I heard the news that Christian Bale had been cast as John Connor, I was really, really excited.
me
And
too.
then I watched Salvation and I liked it, but for some reason it didn't fully, like, it just didn't fully gel for me. And I didn't feel like Christian's performance was what I expected
Yeah,
it to be. For some reason, it's like it just, I can't fully put my finger on it. I don't,
Christian's
I don't
funny.
know.
Like, have you ever seen a movie called Harsh Times?
No, not the whole movie. I've heard of it. I've
So
seen
it's a
clips of
pretty
it.
good movie. So it's basically, well, it's Christian Bale, basically former army soldier, and then he's basically getting into Homeland Security as an agent. He plays it well, but when you go back to it, it's just like, was this really his character? Because like they're still taking off his Batman role. So,
Mm,
and that's what people were kind of, is he going to have that same, what's
vibe.
the word I'm looking for? Yeah, same vibe. Um,
Yeah.
I like Salvation. I like Hard Times, but it was nowhere near his Batman, phase.
No, no. I feel like, okay. So my favorite roles of Christians are the Batman movies, and then
Mhm.
also Equilibrium. I love that movie. That was the movie I saw before I knew he was. I already knew he was Batman. He was going to be Batman when I
Mhm.
saw it, and that's the movie that convinced me he could be a good Batman.
What about the Prestige?
I like The Prestige. That was good. That
Yeah,
was good. I can't say it's my favorite role of his, but I do like that film.
yeah, I like that film a lot too.
I never read the book though.
No, I hear
That it
you,
was based
Enigma,
on.
regarding Harsh Times. Harsh Times was a different movie, and it also had J.K. Simmons in it too. So
Oh, okay. I didn't realize he was who was the guy that played opposite Bale though? There was a younger guy,
Yeah,
Latino, right?
well, yeah, and what was her name? It was the not Eva Longoria, the other one.
The other one.
Sorry, what was her name?
I'm trying to think of what other one you're talking about.
She basically is Timu Eva Longoria. Hold on.
Oh, I'll look it up. I can find the cast just by looking it up.
Yeah,
Harsh
I
Times.
just brought it up. It was Eva Longoria.
Oh,
Sorry.
Timu Evil. Okay, it's Freddie Rodriguez, I think, that played
Yeah, Freddie
opposite him.
Rodriguez.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that it came out, and I remember sort of like popping in a theater just to like catch a glimpse of it and see, because I was there to see another movie, and I think it was the scene. I don't want to give away spoilers, but it was the end, and like the scene that was happening with Belle's character. That's my main exposure to that film because I never watched it.
Oh, I was thinking of Eva Mendes.
And she's compared often to I think she's compared sometimes to Julia Roberts.
Oh, okay. I just had the other two. I had them mixed up. But they're both Evas.
That's right. Eva Mendes, Eva Longoria. Yeah.
Yeah. And Eva Longoria is the one who got the roles. Sorry, Lex. I know you don't. There's some of these.
Yeah,
movies
he has
like
we're way over his head. He has no idea what we're talking about.
He's learning
caption. I need the caption. Just happy to be here. Like
he's like so silent. There's just not much he can say when we're talking about these things.
It's like you're doing advanced math, and
yeah,
I've never even taken a calculus class.
So I don't know if you've seen it, Lex. Well, you probably have, but if I can get your two takes on Mortal Kombat 2 trailer.
I have not actually seen the trailer yet. So we'll have to save that for another time, which means I have to go watch it. But
well, the movie comes out in May
8th. This is the one with Carl Urban.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was a little not super thrilled with the first one.
I think this one looks fantastic. I've seen the trailer maybe like 15 times already, and like I am. This is one movie I will go to the theaters to go watch.
So you don't go to the theater often?
Well, what's there to watch? I saw. Listen, I saw two movies in the theater last year. I saw Revenge of the Sith.
That's right, because it came back.
Yeah, because it came back because I had to go watch it on the big screen. Lex has seen that. And then I saw Donnie Yen's The Prosecutor. There was nothing movie-wise I was interested in seeing in the theater.
Oh my goodness.
And then the year before was actually Phantom Menace for its anniversary.
Oh, when it came back, yeah.
And then Interstellar for its because Interstellar was an IMAX.
They are bringing back a lot of older movies, which is cool.
I wonder if it's because the new ones aren't drawing any crowds.
And that's the thing. I will not go. I won't go to a movie I won't go to a movie to just go watch it. It's got to be a movie that I'm interested in. If not, I'll watch it elsewhere.
Well, that's my thinking too. I like to watch what I'm drawn to. Mm-hmm. I don't like to watch a movie just because I think maybe a review is going to get some attention. I legitimately want to have an interest in it, but I do go all the time. There's a lot of stuff that comes out that just doesn't get a lot of attention or hype or advertisement. That's actually pretty good. So yeah, I practically live at the theater.
Yeah, yeah. There's just something I have to be drawn to, and all I know is for sure Mortal Kombat is one that I will go see. So because that trailer it looks so good.
Haven't seen the trailer.
The second trailer just came out on Wednesday. Yeah, I believe Wednesday, because I know Film Threat, they did a review on the trailer. So
I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah.
I'm not super into it, but I'm gonna go see it. Just curious to see how it compares to the first one for me.
Night and day.
I hope it's better. I feel like it will be because Carl Urban.
Yeah.
We'll see. But there's a movie that's coming out that I really wish it would get a theatrical release, and it's not going to because it's coming straight to Netflix. And I think it's coming out the 6th. Is the 6th on Friday or Thursday or something? Anyway, it's called War Machine.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say the Reacher. What's his name?
Yes, Alan Richson.
Alan Richson.
And so I watched that last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't release a review yet, but I will say I really wish this were on the big screen. So
I saw the trailer. I liked the trailer.
Curious to know what you think when you watch it.
So the first thing I thought was, okay, this looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely go watch this, but at the same time, because Transformers kicked in my head, where I said, you know what? They could have made this a Transformer movie, and basically make it a Decepticon crashing on Earth. And actually, because somebody, I can't remember whose review. There was somebody who talked about a review on X today, and I put that in. I put that in as a reply, and I basically said that this could have been a one-off Transformer movie. Because it looked good. The military aspect of it looked really good.
It is good. I feel like if it were a Transformers movie, I would immediately not be as interested. It would be a rated R Transformers movie because it's pretty rated R. A lot of, I think, well-paced action. Sometimes when things are too actiony, I get very desensitized to it and I get bored, but I wasn't bored. This was another instance where I was tense and uptight because everything was going wrong all the time for these people. There were some cheesy moments because it felt like it was a movie about the Rangers mostly, like a promo movie for the Rangers.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I swear to goodness, that's what it felt like.
I thought it was a recruitment video.
That's what yes, that's exactly what it came across as. This is like a propaganda video for the Rangers, but it was still a fun ride. But yeah, I'm gonna put a review up next week. But that's a movie that should come to the theaters, but it's not going to. It's just
and that's what I know that's what Gary and the crew are saying on FNT. They were saying if Netflix were to buy Warner, you're not going to get the theatrical releases anymore. Everything's just going to be streaming.
Well, sometimes Netflix will put stuff out, but like a week or 2 weeks, like they did with Frankenstein. What the heck is that nonsense? You know?
Yeah, who I can't remember who mentioned it. I think it was Jeremy. He said he watched Frankenstein and he loved it. He thought it was fantastic.
I went to see that actually.
You what?
I said I went to see Frankenstein in theater.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I saw it at a press screening, so I got to see it at a big theatrical screen. And what did you think about that?
I really liked that film. I am not, again, as seasoned of a Guillermo fan as other people might be, but I thought the setting was fantastic. The sets were great. The costumes were great. The atmosphere was super well done. I liked everything about it, and I was just like, man, I wish this was a theater longer. I told people to go see it, but you couldn't find it. It
wasn't.
I live in a big city, so I can find it. But I was like, man, if you weren't here, you would not be able to probably find this film.
What theater did you see it at? Because in my area, and I don't live in a tiny place, but I'm not like LA or New York, but in my area, it was only playing at like little small local theaters.
Precisely the type of theaters I want to go to. And so that's where I found it too, was at just a small local theater that only has like 2 screens in the whole place. So
yeah. Well, it wasn't playing like AMC, Regal, or Cinemark in my area, which was, I thought, terrible because that's where most people go to those bigger screens, and so they really missed out. So you haven't seen it yet, Cole?
I did see it.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just saying that's why I brought up Frankenstein, because it's just because when Jeremy said he thought it was really good, and that's when I saw it. So
Okay.
and that's where I get some of my, if when Gary or Jeremy or even Drinker, when they mention a movie, like I love watching Drinker's takes on his movie reviews. So usually I'll go check it out.
So he saw K-pop Demon Hunters. Did you see it then?
I did not see that. Because I am more, when it comes to, I'm more old school.
Okay.
I'm actually more old school. So I didn't see, I hear all about K-pop Demon Hunters. I just haven't watched it yet.
Okay. Well, I loved it. It was my number 2 for the year. But yeah, but I got to see it on the big screen, so I was happy about that when they brought it back very briefly for like the sing-along version or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want to see.
Lex, have you seen it?
I'm sure he hasn't. Lex just isn't even answering.
I said no. I'm sorry.
Oh, we didn't even hear you at all.
Oh.
Like your voice didn't come through at all. Oh, where did he go? Oh no. Oh,
He probably got kicked.
Oh no, I did.
He'll be back.
Yeah, it must have been his connection.
Yeah, his internet was sounding sounding robotic.
Whoops. Yeah, because I didn't hear him at all when he answered.
He just
thought he was giving us the silent treatment.
Yeah, no, I grew up on old school anime.
Here he is. Hold on, pop him back in. Yeah, that was weird. You just disappeared, Lex.
Yeah, the screen. It's gave me the StreamYard thing instead of error.
Okay.
Like
okay.
none of my other screens went down. So you go away, John. No one likes you.
Because it's funny because like we were asking you a question and we didn't hear anything from you. So it's like, oh, he's giving us the silent treatment. No, and then you came back for like half a second and then you just were gone.
Yeah. Anyway, the answer was no.
Okay, of course not. I mean, I don't even think we should ask him at this point, Cole.
Every once in a while, you'll mention a movie I have seen, and then I kind of pipe up. It's like, I understood that reference.
Yeah.
And then
we do have a lot of work cut out for us.
Yeah, you know what? It's a fun time to do it. So
oh, absolutely.
Because like one of my theaters by me, they bring, because it's what is it? It's I believe it's a 20. They got 20 theaters in it, 20 screens.
20 screens. Mm-hmm.
So they bring back a lot of old movies. So they'll play Godfather, they'll play Jaws, they'll do Scarface. So they'll bring back a ton of movies. They'll do a ton of movies in that theater. So you can, and that's when I'll go, okay, you know what? If they're showing a certain movie, I'll go watch it. Oh, Mr. Ambler.
So Lex is either going roboty again or giving us the silent treatment because he didn't respond to that at all.
He is not worth responding to.
Yeah, we my theaters, like, it's constantly showing older stuff. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this got started when the COVID thing happened.
Yeah.
Because there was like nothing new that was coming to the theaters, but the theaters had reopened like a few months later. They had reopened, but there was no new content. So they started bringing back classics. And I've got to see multiple things on the big screen over the past few years that I had never seen before on the big screen, mm-hmm. like Gremlins, The Terminator, The Lost Boys, Alien. It's been so much fun. Yeah, I've really been. They need to do that more often. I saw Psycho on the big screen. I'd never seen that on the big screen before, and Vertigo, and then Halloween. But they bring Halloween back pretty much every year anyway.
Yeah, I remember. Like even when Top Gun Maverick came out, when it came out we saw that we have a thing called the Ontario Cinesphere. So it's basically a big golf ball. and the screen basically does the projection of where you think you're falling, or where if you're flying, it kind of mimics that you're flying. So I remember we went to go watch that there, and it was just such a fabulous experience.
I would have gotten motion sick.
I
could have done that.
Yeah, that's why that theater was only certain people, because like they did Indiana Jones trilogy there all the time, so they showed Raiders, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade. Like they played those there, and it was great to watch them in that theater.
Oh,
because like even when the boulders chasing him, you felt like the boulders coming at you. So it wasn't 3D; it was just the way that theater, that Cinesphere was.
Did you say it was like a globe?
A golf ball?
A golf ball. I feel like I went in something like that at Epcot decades ago. It was like this ball-sized building, and you go in it, and there's screens all around you, and you feel like you're right there in it.
Yeah.
So
this one only had one screen,
and I got sick to my stomach when I went in that. What's that, Lex?
I said, now go watch one of your climbing movies in there.
Oh, no. No, thank you very much.
Not a fan of that one.
Yeah, I can't remember. Besides Cliffhanger,
Vertical Limit. Isn't that?
Oh yeah, Chris O'Donnell.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
that was him and Scott Glenn, right?
Popped in my head. I'm gonna add that.
Yeah, it was him and Cross. The one Universal Soldier.
Yeah.
The one when they're going down the dam, when they're running down the dam.
The first one. That's such a good movie. I love that movie.
I have to go. That's one you should watch, Lex.
You haven't, of course. No, of course he hasn't seen it.
Yeah, you need. I think we should add Universal Soldier, the first one, to the list.
I'm gonna add it.
It's just gonna be the series of films that Lex should have seen, and his baby takes on them.
Okay. Well, we're doing First Blood tomorrow with Spider Unlimited.
Okay, add to list.
Because I like First Blood. First Blood, I think out of all the Rambo movies, First Blood is my favorite because of the story behind it.
I think I've only seen it once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, only once. I'm not super into Stallone movies, and all the Rambo movies. They're okay. But yeah, I think I only saw that once, and I feel like if I rewatched it, maybe I'll enjoy it. I would enjoy it a little bit more. Not that I disliked it. I didn't dislike it. It was not one of those things that I felt compelled to return to.
I think First Blood is different because the other ones are just pure
action.
Where the original First Blood, there's an actual, there's a story behind it. Not like the other ones don't, but this one just has yeah. Old Yeller, Aladdin.
I have seen
and all the kids
Lion King, and I have seen Lion King and Aladdin.
Oh, well, listen to that defensiveness.
That's funny.
I have not seen Old Yeller.
Okay. I think I saw it once. I don't want to see it again.
Yeah, I think I saw it once as well.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
You haven't seen The Lost Boys either, have you, Lex?
No.
You said no, right?
I have not.
Have you seen The Black Stallion?
I don't know what that is, so I assume no.
Have you seen...
Why do you ask me questions that you know will hurt you?
I'm trying to think of movies to introduce to you.
Oh, well, then keep going. The list would be too long.
I know it. What type of movies do you like, or are you just open to anything within reason? Obviously,
I'm pretty much open to anything.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like movies. It's just that that's not my normal. Ooh, I have a few hours. I'm going to go watch a movie. I'm going to go watch either like shorter content or go play a game.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Like I like me right now, I'm just rewatching Star Trek Voyager. because I won't watch
The new.
I won't watch Kurtzman Trek. So I went back and I said, you know what? I want to watch some Star Trek. So I'm watching the Star Trek Voyager right now, and I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah, the Three Musketeers with Charlie Sheen, yeah, Chris O'Donnell, Kiefer Sutherland, Oliver Platt. It's been ages since I saw that.
Yeah,
I
that one's old school.
watched that a lot.
Chris O'Donnell was a bit of a star when he.
Yeah,
Because what
that
was it? Was it after Batman 3? After Batman Forever, he became.
Was he in the Batman Forever movie? I thought it was just the one with Arnold in it.
No, he was in the one with when Val Kilmer was Batman.
Oh, I totally forgot he was in that one.
Yeah, he played Robin.
Okay. Yeah, because it wasn't Vertical Limit.
I think that was after.
What about the Three Musketeers? Was that before or after?
That could be before, or
yeah, I don't remember.
No, I think that could be after.
I had forgotten about that movie. It's been so long since I've seen that one.
Well, when we mentioned like climbing or whatever, like Vertical Limit was just
It was Musketeers. Okay, Musketeers was 93. Okay.
It was Batman and Robin. Oh yeah, that's right. Chris O'Donnell was he was with Val Kilmer and George Clooney.
Wow, I completely blanked out that he was in
I blanked out because I didn't watch Batman and Robin. Everyone said it was just really bad, and I'm not a big George Clooney fan, so
it's bad. I mean, if you want to watch it for Arnold, maybe it's worth it just for that, but it's bad. It's not good. I've only seen it once, and that was
Nice to see you.
Oh gosh, and he made the quip about the Ice Age and the dinosaurs. Like,
yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, I had no interest in it, so
okay. Well, we
I'll
gotta
skip that one.
It's not.
I like the Val Kilmer Batman. I like Batman Forever.
It's been a while since I've seen that one. After Batman Begins came out, and it was still in theaters, and it wasn't, you weren't able to see it at home yet. And I was in a Batman mood because I really, really liked Batman Begins. And so I pulled out my DVD pack of the, Tim Burton, Michael Keaton Batman, all, the pack of all those Batman movies. And I started rewatching the 89 one, and I couldn't finish because it was just too campy. And I used to love that movie. Love, love, love that movie. And I think I got spoiled by Nolan's version.
Well, did you know for Batman Forever, because Robin Williams was originally supposed to play the Riddler, but because of Jim Carrey's acting and in Living Color and stuff like that, they went with him instead.
Jim Carrey was a big deal at the time. I don't remember if I knew that Robin Williams was supposed. I feel like Jim Carrey was such an overactor in that movie, but then I feel like he's in a lot of his movies.
Yeah,
kind of his style.
It is his style, and I can only take but so much of it, to be honest. I mean, my favorite Jim Carrey movie is Liar Liar.
Mine too. I love
fantastic movie, right? And of course, Lex hasn't seen it, so maybe that should be something that
Liar Liar is great.
Yeah, it's a perfect blend of comedy, but also it's got some pretty touching, dramatic moments to it. That scene in the courtroom at the end, oh my gosh! Yeah. If that didn't convince you that Jim Carrey was a good dramatic actor, then nothing would, because that scene was so heartbreaking. Yeah. It was really, really good. John, it's not broken, but what it is I think you're over at Cole's chat, so you're not going to see on your chat all of the ones that are popping up on my chat unless I highlight them. So it's all good. Tell John Ambler he is on. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. John gets it now. The 90s became they did. And the 2000s tortured. Yeah, that's true. So I'm going to add Liar Liar to the list. I've just created a list in Critic List. Can you add people to a list? Like, how do you do that?
So if you go in,
do I edit list?
Hold on. How did I do it again? Because I remember I added.
She named the list a monument to
Um,
Lex's ignorance.
I didn't. I
So-
named it something like "to watch for discussion" or something like that. That's all I did. It's very, very benign, I promise. But if I could add, like,
Oh,
Cole, if
so
I could,
if okay, so I'm just looking here. Where's my list? So if I go to my list, if I go to
Okay.
here, and then nope, that's not it. If I edit list, active stealth mode, nope.
yeah,
I'm just wondering if I can add somebody.
well, that's what I was wondering. If I could add, maybe this is a question we should ask Blaine, or
Yeah.
maybe if it's not a feature yet, if we could make it a feature so that we could add specific people to the list and they can add movies to it themselves. That would
Yeah,
that would be
think,
cool.
I would think so, because I know.
Or maybe comments could be added, and then whoever created the list could
Yeah.
then add it.
Yeah, you can do that. But you know what? Hold on a second. You can actually make a group. 'Cause I know Beardo and some of the guys, they make their own.
Oh, okay. I've never made a group yet.
Yeah. So, like, I'm part of Real Talk.
I'm in groups, but I haven't
Yeah.
created a group. Can you make just like a group with just like, let's say
Yeah.
you and Lex, and then that can be where we compile our list? I don't know.
So
I've
here,
not
let
done
me.
this.
Well, I don't want to do that, but yeah, you can make your own group, and then you just
Okay.
add your group, you add your photo, and you're good to go.
Okay. I'll
And
look
then
into
you can
doing that.
add the group name, invite members. Yep.
Okay.
Make group private, allow members to invite new members, invite all mutual followers. So yeah, and then create group.
Okay. I'll do that then. Lex, let me see if I can't remember if I follow you on Critic List. If you're
I would
on here.
be surprised.
Well, I might.
Yeah,
What's your username? Is it
He's very generic.
is it Lex? Is it the same one as your YouTube name?
Should be. Let me log in here.
No. I didn't find you that way.
Lex is a very generic person.
That is fairly accurate.
Oh, there he is. Found him.
What's his name?
So it's Lex_Lundy.
Oh, it was the
Ludendi.
underscore.
Ludendi. I didn't want to do the Italian for you.
No
I
way.
found him. Let's see if I'm already. Oh no, now I'm following him. So you have 3 big followers now, Lex.
I wonder who the other two are.
I don't know. Oh, I'll tell you in a minute. So John Movies Love 1020, and I cannot even pronounce the other. I can't pronounce the other name.
So I will. So I'm following him now.
Okay.
I thought I was.
Let's see.
He's got 4 followers.
Woo!
Oh,
It's
yeah.
coming up.
And 926 notifications.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, you can just click on read all.
Yeah, mark all is read. A lot of those
Yeah.
notifications are just people notification about people sharing a comment or people sharing a review. So it can get cluttered pretty easily, pretty quickly. But
Yeah, I got to start doing some more reviews. So I know there's a ton out there that I need to do, and I just have been slacking.
Well, it's easy to do.
Because I'm still gonna stream, because I'm still gonna stream when I'm in Florida. So because I am bringing my laptop, I am bringing my.
You're gonna live stream at the con? You gonna do a stream with some of?
I might. It all
YouTube
depends. If Jay, Jeremy, and those guys, if they, I'll just hang out. But yeah, I'll see. If I don't have to. Oh, thanks Enigma for subbing.
Yeah, Enigma is he's a very, very supportive subscriber. He loves to tune in to the live streams, and he's very interactive in the chat, and we've made him part of the mystery movie discussion
Oh,
because
nice.
he's so, you know, interactive and making all these comments and everything and pretty funny. And so we're like, look, you're going to the movie. Why don't you just come join us on the live stream as well? So now we include him. And our next mystery movie is March 9th and then March 16th. And then we always do the stream the next day.
Let me follow him back.
I'm glad you enjoyed Redux Enigma. I thought it was pretty good too. I liked it as well. So what I'll do is I'll create a group. Can you put a list in it? No, you can't put a list in a group, can you? You can tell I'm not super fluent in Criticless.
What do you mean? Yeah, you can make a group, and you can
you
start
put
adding
a list
lists
in a group.
Yes, you should be able to.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that because my thing was I was just gonna ask Blaine if they would ever make that feature where you could add people to a list and then they can mutually contribute to it. But I guess a group does the same thing. So
I'm just adding. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, we were supposed to chat. Yeah, I'm gonna probably chat with him this week because, yeah, we chatted yesterday, but he said, yeah, the weekends just aren't the best for him.
Well, if he wants to join these streams in the future, we'll have to figure out it. I know Lex is constrained to certain days.
Yeah, we can make it all work
we'll
out.
Figure something out.
Yeah, it's not too hard. It's like when we do our Star Wars podcast. I just ask everyone, we got a group. Can everyone do this day?
So you don't, because some channels like to stick to a specific day for certain streams, and then for some it floats around depending on when the availability is.
Yeah, because like last Tuesday we had like how many? There was like what, 5 of us, Lex, and we had like over 50 people watching.
Wow.
Yeah, we got pretty good numbers on that.
What was that one about?
So it's called We Love the Prequels.
Oh, okay.
So we just talk we're talking Star Wars, but we're not talking about the sequel. Well, we talk about how bad the sequels are, but we talk about, you know, the prequels and the OG, and then we've been streaming some of the great AI content that's been coming out. So, and those have been
the fan-made AI videos that you can find on YouTube. Some of those accounts are like the quality is getting pretty good, but the thing is, what they're doing is they're adapting and then like having an AI like generate images and videos for like actual EU book content. So they're not like making up, well, some of them are making up their own stories, but a lot of them are actually going and trying to say, hey, I loved this scene in this book. I love this scene in this comic. I love this scene in whatever. And now we have the technology where a fan with enough motivation and time can go and make these little shorts that are accurate to what the old lore they love is, and is actually impressive, getting pretty good with voices and all of it.
Yeah, I try to pretend the sequels don't exist. I didn't watch them past the first, and I refuse. So
yeah, I like for me, I get it. You know, Rogue. The only thing I like about Rogue One is the Vader scenes. That's pretty much it.
The Vader scene at the end, made that movie start to feel like a legit horror. Yeah, it was so intense. I actually do like that movie, but I just completely dismiss the ones with the Rey character. I cannot stand.
Oh yeah. Well, if you ever watch our stream, we go into some pretty good detail when it comes down to the sequels, because the sequels are just
you've seen
bad movies. Yeah, and I've seen them all where I was just like, why am I here? Why did I come to the theater? I just want to leave.
Yeah, that divided a lot of fans, and that audience score of 86 on the last one that stayed 86 from the moment it came out pretty much until now, I do not believe that score at all. There's no way in the world. No way. Scores always fluctuate, and that one really never did. Have you seen them, Lex?
The Star Wars
The
sequels,
sequels, yeah.
unfortunately,
Well, why do you waste your time watching nonsense like that and you haven't seen a movie like Terminator?
because they were in theaters and were a big sensation, and I was alive.
Listen, sir, the Terminator has returned to the big screen within the past year or two.
Well,
And Terminator
no one
2
told
has
me.
come back to the big screen as well.
You shut up.
I got a question for you, Sin. Have you
Yeah.
seen the Sarah
Connor Chronicles? Yes, I enjoyed that show.
Yeah.
I did not expect to, and I really liked the show.
Same with me. I was expecting something different, but they actually did it very well.
I agreed. Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. I was sorry, I'm getting distracted by the chat. I was bummed that it didn't like after the second season they didn't come back, so it sort of ended on a cliffhanger-ish, even though the ending was interesting. You find out like, oh, okay, so this is how John Connor survived such and such. You know, they kind of took that approach to it, which is I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, so Lex, that's basically a Terminator series they brought out on Fox.
Yeah, starring Lena Headey as Sarah Connor and Summer Glau as a Terminator. And hey, Malty.
Oh, there's
How
Malty.
you doing, buddy? Yeah,
and
we
hail Bruce Flash, who I just saw in the chat.
We stopped talking about the Eiger Sanction. Now we're just kind of just talking in general, and I always bring it back around to Terminator because I'm determined for Lex to watch those two movies, at least the first two for sure. So,
well, we can always talk about that on one of these shows.
Yes, we can, and I think we had better.
Well, you got to watch them first.
It's going to bug me. Like we could do like a stream about the first two or something like that because there's so much. There's so much there.
Well, I think honestly, there's so much out of the first one because when the first Terminator came out, it was just it was one of a kind movie. What you were getting.
84 when it came out, and that was filmed almost guerrilla style because they didn't have permission to do some filming where they filmed, and so they would just like show up, do the filming, leave real quick before the cops got called, which I thought was pretty.
It was beyond its time when that came out.
Yeah.
So when because I remember first seeing that when I was I think my I want to say I can't remember who, but they got it on VHS and we watched it for the first time.
So when I saw it, so this is a funny story about Terminator, my introduction to Terminator. So I grew up without a TV in the house and didn't generally go to movies either when I was younger on the big screen. But my mom and dad had gone out of town and they had stayed at a hotel and there's TV in the hotel room. So they come back later and we're at my grandma's house and they had been telling me about this really cool story they saw about this thing, and they were explaining the plot to me, and I'm like, and they were like, and the girl that played in there, she was really pretty, you know, and all this. And then we're at my grandma and grandpa's house, and this commercial for Black Moon Rising comes on with Linda Hamilton and Tommy Lee Jones. And it shows her, and they're like, see, that's her. That's the girl that played in that movie we were telling you about, that Terminator movie. And I was like, oh, she's okay, you know. Anyway, whatever. So then at some point later, I don't know, like maybe a year or so later, I'm at school and I'm in typing class. Yeah, this was back in the days when we took typing class. And I'm typing. I remember. I'm typing and I start to not be able to see out of one eye. Like I can't see the paper that, you know, you look at the paper, the book or whatever, and I couldn't, and I started freaking out. I was like, "Oh, I think I'm going blind." I told my teacher, "I'm going blind. I can't see." And she says, "Oh, honey, you're having a migraine. So go to the nurse's office or whatever." Anyway, my dad had to come pick me up. He took me to the doctor. Yeah, it was a migraine. We're on our way home. We stopped at the gas station, which also had a video store in it. And finally, I rented The Terminator. And that's when I rented The Terminator. So we drive the rest of the way home, and I start feeling sick to my stomach because migraines can make you sick to your stomach, and they make me sick to my stomach. And we get home, and I barely made it inside. I got sick in the bathroom, and then I sat down and watched The Terminator, and that's my introduction to The Terminator. So I never forgot that. Migraines and vomiting in The Terminator.
What nostalgia.
I know. It was crazy.
You know, it's funny because, it wasn't my brother. It was my dad who rented it. And I remember I had to leave the room when that scene came up.
Scene. Oh, yeah, that scene. Yeah.
So I remember they made me leave the room.
I was like, I'm surprised that they rented that with you at that age. I've seen, I could have done without that scene. It is important to know that it happened, but I could have done without it.
Yeah, it is important for the movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into any spoilers, Lex. Obviously, that's why I ask you. You do know that there's a scene like that in the first movie. But yeah, don't want to give too much away. You haven't read anything about it? Like, you don't know anything about the story?
My knowledge of the Terminator series is world controlled by big AI tries to stop human resistance by time travel nonsense with robots in the past.
Okay. Don't read into any more about it, because I want you just to experience it about as fresh as you can without any sort of influence about, what the story is. I know, right, Malty? and then he's got to see Fright Night, and my intro to Fright Night was I watched it at a friend's birthday party, and I got food poisoning or stomach virus. Got sick. Watch Fright Night. Yeah, and I told Chris Sarandon that when I met him, that was my introduction.
I'm noticing a pattern emerging of your introductions to movies being really
because you got food poisoning for Cliffhanger.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Lex, this is a good question for you. Of course he hasn't. Why are you like, he hasn't?
You mean like the holiday that happens every year?
Seen Halloween. Have you seen Halloween?
I don't know is that a movie?
Sorry, I just reading what John Ambler said. I don't know. You can highlight that when you're ready.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, Chris. I like the Colin Farrell one, but the Chris Sarandon one is best. I don't see something from John. Oh wait, this one.
Yeah.
Halloween is a movie.
Excuse me.
It's an iconic movie from the 70s. That was a D. I swear to goodness that storyline is just, I can't. It's a horror movie from the 70s. It was supposed to be the beginning of an anthology series of movies, but that was the movie that Michael Myers was introduced in. And he was so popular that instead of continuing on with the idea of an anthology series of films, they just continued on with Michael Myers. And then after the second movie, they tried to get back to the anthology roots, idea for that series. And that was called Season of the Witch, had nothing to do with Michael Myers, and people didn't like it. So then they got back to Michael Myers. And that whole franchise has gone off the rails, but whatever.
Yep.
The original movie is a horror classic, and it's my favorite horror movie of all time. And I saw that at way too young of an age. Michael Myers still gives me nightmares to this day. I told Nick Castle that when I met him, that he was my worst nightmare.
Oh, wow.
And he said, well, that's not good. And then he says, I bless you to go forward and not have nightmares anymore. I said, it's not going to work. I still do. I've had them ever since I saw the movie. But yeah, that's definitely something that you need to watch.
Well, John Ambler with the hits.
What's he saying now? Hold on.
To no one's surprise, the answer is no, I have not.
I haven't either. Hey,
Either have
Connie, how
I.
you doing? Enigma says, my dad introduced Halloween to me at the age of like 9 or 10, and it was so cool, and Halloween 2 as well. And so there's some storylines I like Enigma. I like Halloween 2, and H2O. I like that storyline, but Halloween 2 went off the rails. And then there's Halloween and then Halloween 2018. I like both of those storylines. And then of course there's Halloween 2, Halloween 4 and 5 and 6, and that's a whole other storyline as well. It's a bit crazy. I refuse to ever rewatch Halloween Ends. Halloween Kills was a disappointment, and Halloween Ends was an abomination. And completely disrespectful of the iconic character of Michael Myers. So yeah.
I think the first horror I was exposed to was Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one.
That was your first one. Okay, that wasn't my first one, but when I saw that movie, I wasn't scared because the guy who plays him, I had seen him in that TV miniseries V.
V, yeah.
And he was Sweet Willie, the alien, and he wasn't scary to me. Have you seen New Nightmare?
No, I haven't.
That's actually a good one. Do you know what that's about?
I don't.
So in that one, it's so Heather Langenkamp played Nancy.
Yes.
So in the New Nightmare, I believe it's the New Nightmare. It takes place like she's playing herself. Robert Englund is playing himself. I can't remember if Wes Craven's in there. And so it's about them, but it's like Freddy has come into the real world.
Oh, okay.
Like he's no longer fiction. He starts to actually go after the actress, Heather Langenkamp. So I thought that was kind of interesting. All right, this question for you, Lex, or comment aimed at you.
John Ambler is more than welcome to go back and watch the stream with Cole Hauser on all the movies I've seen and not seen.
Is that the stream
because we talked
one we did last week?
Yeah, because we talked about that. Because I preferred the volleyball scene over the football scene.
The football scene, that's right. You did.
I'm sure John has his preferences on which he preferred too.
I just didn't think the football scene made any sense.
It was a bonding moment.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like the song. I like the song they played.
Yeah, the song was great, but I just feel it didn't work. It didn't work.
So Enigma's referring to Dolly, which I have seen that. I have
Dolly
not done
Parton?
No, Dolly, the horror movie Dolly.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I see Dolly, and
at first
Dolly
when
Parton.
I saw it, I thought Dolly, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's that movie I watched last week. It's about to come out, and The Mummy. I'm actually interested in that.
Oh, the new Mummy. Yeah, the new trailer looks. Did you watch the Tom Cruise one? Because that was pretty bad.
I did only once, but didn't pay a ton of attention to it.
Okay.
So, but I am interested in this, and I am interested, obviously, in the one that Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are supposed to be in. I'm gonna go see the second Mummy is coming back to the theater, so I'm gonna go see that. I can't remember what day it's coming, but yeah. Oh, I agree, John. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I didn't like the.
Well, you saw they couldn't bring her back because she aged out.
She did pretty,
badly.
Yeah. We stopped talking about the Eiger Sanction a while back, so we're just kind of chatting right now. Sorry, there was something.
Yeah, about an hour. Yeah, I think we finished at like 9.
A while back. Yeah, a while back.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess we can, if you want, we can start to wrap this up. But we've gone almost 2 hours now. This has been a lot of fun.
It's been a good chat.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, it's easy to just chat and go on. But I'm trying to keep an eye on the time so we don't go too late. But I guess to kind of start wrapping things up, our thoughts on the Eiger Sanction. Cole wasn't super crazy about it, but he might rewatch it again.
I will rewatch it again.
Okay, and I'm curious to hear what you think whenever you do get around to watching it again. Like if you adjust your score in any way. Lex, you enjoyed it? Okay.
I thought it was where I'd grade it on, scale from 1 to 10. I'd probably put it somewhere between a 5 and a 6 of just, I didn't have it's not something that I have any great desire to go watch again. As I said earlier, I think if I watched it again, I'd probably find myself bored. I wasn't bored watching it, but if it's one of those that there's no rewatchability. Not that there were great reveals in the first place, but there's no reveal now. And then it just raises. If I go back and watch it now, I'll be like, why didn't he notice that? Or why didn't he notice that? Or why did they do that? And I think it's one of those, it's best enjoyed the first time.
The first time. Well,
and
I
those
wish
scenes are great.
They are.
The scenery is great.
It is. And, knowing that the way it was filmed, I do think has heightened my appreciation for it. I just wish the audio commentary had been. I'm more disappointed in the audio commentary than the movie itself, to be honest. My thoughts were I enjoyed it. I think I would rate it probably a 65 or 70 out of 100. So 6.5 or 7 out of 10. And what? Oh. I don't know. I'd have to get a passport book if I did that Enigma. So, okay. So before we wrap up completely, Cole, what do you have coming up on your channel?
We have tomorrow. No. Yeah, tomorrow we're doing a stream. We're going to be talking with Spider Unlimited. We're just going to be talking about First Blood, and then next week we'll be on with Lex on Golden Age podcast with Isaac. I'm going to be on ABF's off the hip, and then I am off to Florida by the end of the week. So I will be getting I'll be getting out of this cold and into some nice warm hot summer.
Oh, I know you're going to get spoiled, and you're going to potentially be streaming from MegaCon.
Yep. I'll be around. I'll be either way. I'll be streaming down there. So, like, if we do say there's a day next week, or whatever, I'll still be, because I'll have everything with me. So I'll still be able to stream.
Okay. And as far as what's coming up on my channel, I am doing a live stream next week with Sound Booth Theater. We're going to be talking about dog soldiers.
Ooh.
And oh Lord have mercy, I've already forgot. Mortal Engines, and I forgot what the third one was.
Okay.
It's related to books that we're releasing, so I think I've seen all of those maybe, but that's the only immediate thing coming up. And of course, in addition to the reviews that I put up, I'm really behind on reviews. I did get a review up for Scream 7, and I think earlier in the week I got a review up for something else. I forgot what the hell it was. So just I put things up whenever I'm able to, and right now my offline life is so chaotic, it's been a little bit difficult. So just kind of churning them out there as I can. But yeah, this was a fun conversation. Whenever we set something up again, we'll figure something out that will work with us, and maybe Blaine, if he can join us, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun talking with Blaine. I really like him. And I guess we'll see you guys later. I'm going to go ahead and end stream. Thank you so much.
Right. Bye.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.